Welcome, everyone, to 10 Days of Gratitude, Devotionals by the staff here at Elim Church. My name is Pastor Paul, and I have the opportunity to start us off on this 10-day devotional journey. I want to begin with a short reflection today from the parable that Jesus tells in Luke 18. There on your screen are the verses, and feel free to follow along either in your own Bible or along with us here on the screen. He also told this parable to some who trusted in themselves that they were righteous and regarded others with contempt. Two men went up to the temple to pray, one Pharisee and the other a tax collector. The Pharisee, standing by himself, was praying thus, "God, I thank you that I'm not like other people, thieves, rogues, adulterers, or even like this tax collector. I fast twice a week. I give a tenth of all my income." But the tax collector, standing far off, would not even look up to heaven, but was beating his breast and saying, "God, be merciful to me, a sinner." I tell you, this man went down to his home justified rather than the other. For all who exalt themselves will be humbled, but all who humble themselves will be exalted. Again, welcome to 10 Days of Gratitude. And I want to preface what I'm saying today that if you're not a person of faith, or if you are a person of faith, I don't want to disqualify you in any way from having true gratitude or true humility in any way. I will say for me, however, my faith, and when I'm practicing my faith and I'm working out my faith day to day, and which is a total and utter dependence on God, those are the days and those are the seasons and those are the moments where I feel most grateful. I want to invite you into this parable just for a second. When we gather for our Thanksgiving, at least in my family, we have this tradition of going around the table and saying what we're thankful for. We say, I'm thankful for my mom and dad. I'm thankful for my brother, my sister. I'm thankful for my car. I'm thankful for my job, for my home. We tend to thank God for the things that we have. But this story is an interesting one because the man who walks away forgiven and justified by God is the tax collector who, in essence, is thanking God for something he doesn't have. Let's take a look at the Pharisee, though, first. He says, "God, I thank you that I am not like these other people, thieves, rogues, adulterers, even this tax collector." The man is thanking God ultimately for his own upstanding character, his good morals. He continues, he says, "I thank you that I fast twice a week and I give all my income." So in essence, this man is thankful for what he has. He has religious prominence. He's a Pharisee. He has great character. He doesn't do terrible things. And he has a religious practice that sets him apart from other people. He's thankful for that. The problem with this man's gratitude, however, is that it's completely centered around him. His gratitude is centered around his actions, his obedience, his character. He's thankful for a lot. But is he thankful for the right things? Is he thankful for the very God who gave him breath? We're not told that. The second man, the tax collector, and instead of standing in the center of the Temple Mount, temple area there, he's standing, it says, far off. Jesus says far off. This man wouldn't look even to heaven. So he beat his breast and said, "God, be merciful to me, a sinner." The second man recognizes his need, his lack. He is at the temple to pray and is found lacking in all the categories of what might make one righteous or good before God. He has nothing to offer God, nothing to show God that he might pray to God and deserve to have his prayer answered. He's beating his chest. He is admitting his fault, and that beating of his chest is a sign of true and utter remorse, utter lament, true regret. He's broken, and having fallen short of the life that God has called him to live, he is an emotional wreck. This man's outburst is interpreted by Jesus and told in the story as a sign of true repentance, and a sign and a realization that without God, he is sorry and lost. Now, the one man, the first man, the Pharisee, was thankful that he wasn't like the man beating his chest. The man who was beating his chest was thankful in another sense. He had no recourse other than to praise and to pray and to ask God for God's mercy. Jesus then strikes at the heart of the matter. This man, he says, goes home justified rather than the other. The man, the Pharisee, justified by his actions, the center of his gratitude being his own self-reliance. Whereas the other man, totally, utterly dependent upon God. So what do we learn from this parable about gratitude? Gratitude isn't just recognizing what you do have. It's also recognizing the things we lack. And in that lack, having a gracious and merciful God who restores us to a right relationship every time, without exception, when we ask. That is something truly to be thankful for. Thanks for joining us on these 10 days of gratitude. Look forward to more devotions from our staff here at Elim Church. Thank you and have a great day. God bless.